What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the ANR Weekly. I'm your host, Elvin, and we got a great show today. I want to get right into this show real quickly because there's a lot of things to talk about, including our weekly toy talk, my adventures of Superman. We're going to do the 3 episodes breakdown. Will be some spoilers, so be wary of that. And then speaking of spoilers, we're going to dive deep into the sewers with our favorite teenagers, the TMNT new movie, Mutant Mayhem. We're going to talk about that. We'll try to reserve spoilers at the end a little bit so we can give it a little take in the beginning. But you're being warned right now. The very last topic is the Turtles. So, might want to come back and check us out later and check our reviews if you haven't watched it. If you have watched it, stick around. We'll give our thoughts. But before I begin the show, I got to bring my partner in crime here. He's on the phone trying to convince Domino's to put anchovies, and I keep telling him they don't sell anchovies. Are you done with them? Are they still mad at you? Did they block you?
Did you say partners in crime because they did the theme for the first movie, or did you accidentally reference them?
No, I can't give away all everything here. Come on.
It's like, did he? Oh, you dug deep with that one. You dug deep with that one.
I do what I can.
Yeah. How's it going, man?
Good, man. We have Justin on the gaming channel saying hi. You kicked me off. Justin, what time we come on every day. AI says, let's go. What up, DNL? What's going on with you, AI? Hope you're doing good.
He saw the movie too.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, did. He seemed excited about it.
Yeah.
So, okay, I don't know why, but I'm just kidding.
Man, really?
I'm kidding. I kid. Speaking of kidding and funniness, you know what time it is. It's our world famous ANR Dad Joke. Many have loved it. They just cry after I give the weekly. It makes their week go well. And you're not saying anything to support that, so whatever.
I cannot confirm or deny. I figured I was being nice by not saying anything.
Yeah, right. Silence is great. All right. For those of you who are new, please subscribe, hit the like button because that helps us a lot. If you're a regular member here, thank you so much. And hit the like button on all the episodes that we drop because it really, really helps us out to get out there in the YouTube world. If you're a listener on Spotify, iTunes, thank you so much. Say hi to us. Let us know what part of the world you're listening to. We do see our little map, and there are some people from other parts of North America and outside of North America listening. So give us a like, say hello to us, give us some feedback. We're on our social media handle at ANR Universe. And let us know if this week's dad joke is #dad or #sad on our social media handle or here if you're live watching us or on the replay. All right, D, you ready to go?
Yes. I am
all
ready.
Right. Are people already saying, oh, wait, I thought some people are already saying.
Yeah, they already.
Oh, great. Ryan, he's here. Oh, no. Just ignore everything he says. Jess is here. Hello. You haven't tuned in for a while. Wow. Thought you were one of our loyal listeners. Oh, well.
For the dad jokes. She tunes in after that segment.
All right. All right, here we go. All right. D, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
I just need to prep myself.
Drink your water before you burst out of laughing and all the water spews everywhere. Okay. How many ears does Captain Kirk have, D?
How many ears?
Well, he has a left ear, a right ear, and a final frontier. Get it?
I don't know.
Don't you play that thing.
I don't know what your three is.
He's gonna look for the worst one.
I'm waiting for Ryan.
No, why are you waiting for him? Wow.
Okay, I'll give you one.
Alrighty then.
I threw you a bone there.
One of my favorite scenes from Dumb and Dumber. All right.
Oh, Darth said dad. Really? Okay. Wow. Okay, you got some dads coming in.
I'm always like a second or two on this chat delayed. You get it like 3 or 4 seconds before me. See, I'll give you. Oh, look at that. There you go.
I'm sorry.
Patrick. Woo! Throw the hat, D. Throw the hat.
I've been humbled.
I've been humbled.
Yeah,
all right. Enough with your Humbleness. Let's get into what we watched and what we got. Go for it, man.
So I finished Black Clover, and then I started the movie. Then in Discord on the Lost Cause Collective Discord, someone posted a figure arts of Mashwell's Magic and Muscles. I think Ryan had told me to watch this show before, and I gave it a try. I'm on episode 2. I love it. It's
Harry Potter in Japan.
Basically, it's the same premise of like Black Clover, sort of. So the world is filled with magic. Everyone has magic, except that both the main characters are born without it. In Black Clover, he finds a grimoire that has demonic power, so that's how he gets his power. Mash was told by his adopted father he needs to work out, and that's the only way you'll be safe in this world, because he will be hunted, and they purge everyone who has little to no magic. He has none at all, so he'd be either arrested or killed on sight. And he's ridiculously strong that he doesn't need magic. Like here's
This sounds so dumb.
It's so fun. I love it. I love it. Look at this.
So
Look at
bad.
this, dude.
Oh my god.
Like, I don't know, man.
My eyes are bleeding. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Anyway, so he takes part of Hogwarts to pass their like entry exam. He has to fake having magics just again. He's basically being blackmailed to become the divine one. Like it's weird. I can't.
Ryan blackmail you watch this?
No, it's so I love it. I love One Punch Man. I like Black Clover. This is a mashup between the two. Ryan was right. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you.
He's not right. He's not right.
Like you would absolutely hate it, but I love it.
All right. So does this come out after Hogwarts or before Hogwarts?
This was years later, man.
Okay. So they probably ripped him off. Why even ask this question? You don't need to know about this anime. It's not good.
Yes, he does. Muscles and Magic.
Where can you find that?
I was watching it on Crunchyroll. Everything I watch is on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, that seems to be the place to go watch anime, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go check it out if you're interested in I don't know whatever that is. One Punch / crossover Hogwarts.
Yeah, don't be salty. Don't be a hater.
I'm not. I'm
just kidding.
I was just saying where to watch it.
What else did I watch?
I know I won't be watching it. That's
I watched. I caught up on What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, nice.
The
cool.
Great. Superman, of course. Saw Ninja Turtles twice. And then a show I haven't seen in years, but everyone was talking about, oh, this is it. This is Luffy's gonna get his final form. Here's Luffy. We gotta. Everyone logged on at the same time, broke the Crunchyroll servers. I decided to check out the show. It was Luffy time. So I don't know what to I was surprised because like, oh, okay, this is interesting. I figured everyone would be hyped, but it was so divided. Like Omar hated it. 100. He's like, I don't know what I watched. I watched like 14 minutes of this clown bouncing around and it was a waste of time. It was overhyped. The best way to describe it is you waiting for Goku to turn Super Saiyan for the first time. So if you remember that,
okay. I remember that moment. I almost fainted. Yeah.
So that's the equivalent of that for One Piece fans. So I think because they've been waiting like 16 years.
Yeah, like this is we talked about it before the show. Like this is almost like 10 times more of a wait than a Dragon Ball to go to the next level.
Yeah.
And that already takes a long time, like 17 episodes before they actually transform. This one is like 1700, right? Like so, and you're saying some people probably never saw it in their lifetime. Right?
No, some people probably died before they released this episode. But the thing with this is like Super Saiyan Goku, all the anime where they power up, they become stronger, faster. In Luffy's case, remember, I don't watch this show, but I got curious, so I read up. His devil fruit turned out to be a divine one from the sun god, correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan, Nika, who's also known as Joy Boy. And what his deal is he's so powerful and he's reached a point of enlightenment of joy that the physical world bends to his whim. So Luffy assumed his powers were rubber It's that his power is manipulating the world around him. He only manipulated himself before, but now that he's unlocked his powers, he can manipulate everything. He's basically as Bugs Bunny. He has Toon Force. It's like it was like watching.
So why are people hating on that?
Because they're like, I was watching Looney Tunes. So picture
okay,
watching Dragon Ball Z, and then up until this episode, he's bouncing around. His eyes like bulge out of his head, like watching like Tom and Jerry. It was inspired by Tom and Jerry. He did things like pick up the ground and use it as a shield, like in the old days where they like deflect stuff and it like pulls back, like a lot of squash and stretch animation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to describe it. I'm just gonna play like
okay.
Like I don't know. Like up until this point, he didn't do any, like it was just a normal fight, and of course it was a cartoon.
Yeah.
But now you have like big heads and big eyes, mouse flying off, and it's a totally different style of animation
and
now.
People are not liking it. Yeah. Okay.
No,
I get it.
I thought it was cool, but then I rewatched the episode, and he jumped in the same spot for 14 minutes, doing nothing. It was just like watching a kid on a trampoline. And to me, it's still, I was like, okay, this is cool. This is interesting. I like what they did. But I could see why people like Omar would be mad, and why people who waited this long are just like, what the hell was that? So I assume it's gonna get better, and I hope they end up enjoying it. But like Ryan said, he basically becomes Mr. Game & Watch. The rules just don't apply to him anymore. Even in the anime, people who know the truth of what his powers are, like he has the most ridiculous power in the universe because it doesn't make sense. So I don't know.
Yeah,
it's unique. Yeah, he's like, of course he barely moves for 14 minutes. They need to drag this fight out for 14 episodes.
That is my frustration with anime. It's sometimes it just takes way too long for things to happen, and you just kind of fallen out of it. You just like, I was all hyped up, and now you're like 17 episodes. Like I said, finally they get to somewhere. You're like, but what's the point now? Like I don't care anymore, right? Like that's my only problem with a lot of these animes. They're like that. They take forever to get going. Naruto's the same way.
Except for like this, they made a countdown on Twitter for like a week.
It's a global event, right?
Yeah, I was like, whoa, what is this? A NASA launch, guys? Chill out. So they've overhyped themselves, and of course, people are going to be disappointed if they don't live up to the expectations people created in their mind. Because on paper, you see something like this, and then when it translates to anime, it was totally jarring. Like this panel here, it didn't even make sense when animated. I was like, what did he just do? Because there's so much going on.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, he picked up the ground, deflected a flower ball with it, and he turned the ground to rubber. But when I saw it visually, I almost had a seizure. So I don't know.
YouTuber user says, in all seriousness, I've just rediscovered anime with my youngest son. A bonding moment. Hey, you know what? Like
you tried that too, right?
Yeah. Like, those moments are amazing moments when your, kids gravitate towards something you watched when you were young. Those are amazing moments, and whatever it is, it's awesome. So if it's anime, if it's old school movies or TV shows, or American comic books, or even manga, it doesn't matter. The moments that right there are so awesome. And as a dad, I know what he's talking about, so it's cool.
I have cats, so I understand completely. My brother, I used to feel that way with my brother because there's a 12-year gap. So when he would come and ask to watch me play video games or go to the movies, he was like 5 when I was a teenager. So I appreciated that. Just tries. She dropped that bombshell that John Wick sucked. So it's kind of like, I
don't even know who she is anymore.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. She lasted 50 minutes.
We can't even have conversations with her anymore. It's just over.
I don't need to watch a 4-hour fight scene.
Like, oh my, what? Okay. Not just a fight scene. It's one of the greatest.
Yeah.
Come on.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see what the final verdict is of One Piece after this life-changing event for the fans. But yeah, see the top right corner, how his eyes just shoot out of his
Yeah,
head.
it looks
in the top right-
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. This would
And
be
then, yeah. And then I didn't get anything. I got some comics that I needed to pick up. I'm still reading Radiant Black, Spawns,
okay.
Spider-Man, some Marvel stuff, but no figures. A bunch of pre-orders went up, so now it's the waiting game. I don't know about you.
What went up?
Just like the Legends from last week.
Oh, okay,
The
okay,
X-Men 97s.
Are you getting the whole set?
No, pick and choose. Like I want Rogue, I want Gambit.
Fair enough. Okay. What did I watch? I watched Foundation. Man, this thing has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Not that I really care about Rotten Tomatoes because they're weird at times, but I'm gonna give them credit where it's due because I like the show, so I'm gonna say 100%. It's on Rotten Tomatoes. The show is killer if you're into sci-fi. It's killer. It's very deep sci-fi, right? So if you're into that, go check it out. It's on Apple TV Foundation. I cannot recommend it more. It's just so good. I finished Hijack. We talked about it on Popcorn Chicken, which is on 7 p.m. Monday nights Pacific time. Check that out. Ended off great. Good show. Very, very a good show. I think it's something that, Idris Elba kind of surprised me by doing this. It just came out of left field. Like I wasn't aware of this until like the last week or so before it got dropped. He did a fantastic job in there, and I hope he does more of these kind of TV shows. He's a phenomenal actor, right? So, but Apple TV again, man, like they're just putting out bangers, man. They have really surprised me this year.
Did Hijack have any like marketing, or did that come out of nowhere? Was that like
it had a little bit of marketing through Apple other shows, or regular TV shows, but it wasn't like overly hype months prior. Like I didn't know about it till about 2 weeks before the show dropped. One of the ads finally got caught to me. So and then I also watched obviously My Adventures of Superman and a new show. Yeah, it did end abruptly because it was a 7-hour flight, so there was 7 episodes. It's like
yeah, it's like how long does this thing last?
Yeah, I mean you couldn't really do too much. But he prefers Hostage. Yes, that's a great banger of a show too. That's on Orange TV instead of Apple TV. There you go. AI says nice at Ryan. I did grab the Bruce Lee too. I guess there's an internal conversation going here about Bruce Lee.
It'll
cool.
be up on the screen during our toy talk.
And then I watched a show that hadn't come up for a couple of years, but it's called Heels. It's on Showtime, and it's with our favorite Green Arrow, Stephen Amell.
So about, please.
I love this show because it's right up my wheelhouse. Small town wrestling organization. Dad has 2 boys. One of them is Stephen Amell. Dad, no spoiler. This is right away in the beginning. Talks about it, but Dad commits suicide because he couldn't handle the pressure of running a small wrestling corporation because he wasn't making enough money. So the 2 sons are now left running this organization, and of course, the 2 of them have different ideas. The younger brother is the oldest son for Ragnar and Vikings. Remember the tall guy with the blonde hair?
The show sounds kind of like The Bear, but with wrestling.
I haven't watched The Bear, by the way. I heard that's great. I need to get into that one. That got a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes as well.
There's lots for you to check out.
Didn't catch the bad guys. Well, one of them wasn't able to be caught because that person doesn't live anymore. But spoilers, sorry, Betty. The other one, I think they left it open because it might be a continuation. I don't know. It's all up in the air. I don't think Idris Elba is coming back for season 2. I think there's a limited series, but we'll see. Heels, but yeah. So they do have cameos from some wrestlers. There's actually one wrestler in the show, season 2 as well. But it's a really good show. I really like it. It's very complex in terms of multiple relationships affecting each other and how one person talks to one could affect the other. It's really good. There's some action in there, good old bar fights here and kind of thing. Small town. That's all I need to say. It's fun. I like it. I do. I like season 1 a lot. Season 2 is, we'll see where they're going to go. It's so early right now. I don't know what direction they're going to go with just yet, but I'm a little bit worried. Just a little bit. Because season 1. Yeah, because season 1 was really good.
So what's to worry about?
Season 2, I don't know. It's so early right now. There are some things I don't want to say because it's spoilers. There's some moving parts I'm a
Do you
little
think they just
concerned
can't
about.
repeat the magic? You just think they can't repeat the magic?
I don't know. I mean, the cast is great overall. The cast, I think they can. Let's see. I'll talk about it maybe 3-4 episodes done if they really have made another, great season, because season 1 was great. All the people involved in season 1 were fantastic. But yeah, Heels. I watched that. What I got? Let's see. What did I get? I got my G.I. Joe Python Crimson Guard right here. I got a couple of these guys, Crimson Guard. So pretty excited about that.
Army building?
No, not doing that anymore.
No, you're not? Okay.
I just don't know space. So I'll get a pair, right? So that's good.
Two max?
Depends what it is. We'll see. Yeah, usually going to be around 2 anyways, going forward. From Gargoyles NECA, I got Brooklyn. Everybody's favorite. D's favorite.
Oh,
Brooklyn.
is he at the border?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, oh, you're just getting it, but you had to go pick it up.
Yeah, I had to go pick it. And then obviously I got Angela. How do you say it? Is it
Angela?
Angela? There's no accent to it?
No, they're just weird and they do with the text.
Angela. Nightmare Nemer says, what's up? Hello. And then I don't even know why I got this guy. I guess because he's a plane and I love planes. I got Cloud cover. He's just so...
Do you still go...
What's that game in Nintendo Switch where you just spray paint? Splatoon.
Oh, Splatoon.
That's what the cover looks like here.
Do you still track down Transformers, or do you kind of fade it out of that?
I see what I like, and then I'll pull the trigger on it, but I don't really go running for it anymore.
Okay.
I've got all the guys I want, so I'm pretty happy. And then I got this behemoth 5-pack Power Rangers Lightning Collection here.
Oh, they showed up.
Yeah, the Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers. Did you get this?
No.
No?
They look great though.
You don't want this?
I don't know. I just like, nah. It's one of those things.
I don't know if I want to open that. I love the packaging.
It's
so nice.
You need to though. You can't see them.
I know. I'm like, oh, I gotta open this up.
If they did that, like, I think for those type of things, they should have done the Velcro, like the NECA figures, where you could open it and display it if you want.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
that looks really good. The Alien Rangers. I'm gonna definitely. I have to open it up no matter what. So, and then finally, I know you're gonna like this one. Okay, I like this one.
See what you got.
SH Figure Arts Broly.
Ooh, nice.
Look at this bad boy.
You have the full powered one too. Like you have the other one. Yeah. Okay.
I have. This is my third Broly.
Yeah, there's the Super Saiyan and then the full powered one.
Yeah. And then I got this one. I didn't get the do you remember the one that had the shiny one that came out last year?
I didn't need that. When I saw it, I was like,
he looks
like he has lotion on.
Yeah, it looks like somebody put like really shiny oil and lotion on him. And I'm like, no, I'm good. So yeah, I got that. I love that Broly. Looks awesome. But yeah, that's what I got today, this week, and I'm very happy with it. I am trying to condense my weekly hauls. Really am, because I'm a year behind in opening up figures. I on average, and I'm not trying to boast or anything, I on average the last 2 weeks I've been trying to open about 5 figures a day, and I'm not even making a dent. Like I open 5, the next day 2 show up. I'm like, I'm okay, down to 3. And then the day after that, 3 show up. I'm like, oh, right back to 5.
This might be a curse.
Yeah, it's a curse, because honestly it is, because and people are like, oh, shut up, you get figures, what are you crying about? You don't get to enjoy it as much, because you're like trying to race to open it up, put it away. So I'm hoping that if I slow things down, and I don't care if I miss out on some figures, I have a great collection and I'm very happy with this. If tomorrow somebody said to me, hey, no more figures, I'm okay with it. This is going to keep me busy for a long time. There are so many figures I've opened up, just put it on the shelf, didn't even look at it once. And I want to enjoy it. So yeah, I don't mind slowing down a little bit and just picking and choosing like you are as well. And really fine-tuning my collection, right? So
it's hard at first when you see stuff you want.
Well,
and then after a while, you're just like, whatever.
3 years, the last 3 years, we've been getting some amazing figures that we wanted, right? And YouTuber goes, Elvin, how are you still married? Listen, I buy her stuff too. Okay, so if I get something,
it goes both ways.
I gotta buy her stuff too. So
Does she have hobbies?
yeah, does she have? It's called a bag collection. That's what she has.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah. So, but one of her bags is like 50 of my figures. How's that even close?
Beggars can't be choosers.
I know, right? I just here you go, dear. Here's your bag. I get a basement, right? I get a whole basement to myself, right? So I'm happy with that. It's a good trade-off. Everyone goes, I hate having a bunch of boxes of unopened figures.
First world problems.
Yeah, it does take up a lot of space. Like, it's ridiculous. And I have 2 big recycling bins. You know how our bins are here, where we live, right? They're big ones. And I like fill them up. I fill them up. I'm just like, please, I need to open this and put all this into bins. Because it's so much space when you start opening up figures. So, yeah. Anyways, enough of me whining about my collection.
It's like, oh no, my God.
Oh, the world is over. That is what I got this week. That is what I watched this week. Let's get on to what we heard this week, the Toy Talks of the week.
That's okay. That's
not the hobby. All right, what do we got this week?
What do we have here?
What are the things that we're gonna avoid?
I think
what are the landmines?
You tapped out of this, didn't you? The Action Force.
Well, now that you've shown that, I don't know. That looks mighty fine. Yeah,
I'll do it.
I'm probably gonna be selective here. I want to wait for their vehicles. I saw some of their vehicles on Facebook, so those might tempt me. Rasper goes, save the cardboard for winter and burn it to the flames to keep the house heated.
Yeah, there you go.
I have an electric fireplace. I don't have a wood burning fireplace, so, and I have a heater. I'm just gonna turn the heat up. So, yeah, I would love to get a wooden fireplace, but it's a lot of work for me. And the newer kind of houses, they don't really have that. They have the electric fireplaces. Yeah. So, but those are pretty cool, I just turn on the TV and put the fireplace on there.
The old U log.
Yeah, a little crackling in the pop. Yeah.
So if someone, I don't know how to ask this. So you're not going to go out of your way to get this?
No, if
someone like in our group has it for sale and it catches your eye, then maybe.
Well, no, like if I'm ordering the vehicle,
yeah,
because there's vehicles coming their way, I might put some figures in that basket as well. But I'm waiting for the vehicles. Like I said, I'm waiting for vehicles. Once they announce some of the vehicles, that's when I'm going to jump back into the Action Force. But that being said, they're making some amazing figures here. I absolutely love the direction they're going. And one thing I love about them is they're giving what people want. They give a ton of accessories with all their figures. So yeah, this is a really good series. Ryan says it's crazy you guys still do domestic, cut back on money and space.
If characters that I like were made as import figures, I'd buy them.
Yeah, but
that's just. But unfortunately, they're not.
Like honestly, like if I'm collecting Marvel Legends and I just decide to go with import, it's going to take me 10 years to get a team together. Probably. I mean, look how long it's taking for Mayfex to give you an X-Men team.
I definitely sub them out. Like when
of course,
import figure comes out, like okay,
3 times the amount. Sometimes
just move this Legends out of the way and put the import figure in.
But I mean, right now, are we even going to get Beast in that X-Men series for Mayfex? We don't even know.
And if they did a bunch of Joes as imports, I'm sure you'd take those over.
Well, hey, but honestly, Hasbro's Joe figures.
Well, they're going to keep those forever.
No, they're really good though, because they don't have to pay the license fee like Star Wars or Marvel, so they can put more into a G.I. Joe figure. That's why you get so many accessories, and the articulation is really good. I think every single one of the G.I. Joe figures, male and female, I believe. I could be wrong, but they almost all have butterfly joints.
Yeah, the females do, I think. A lot of them are hidden too and useless, but they still put them in. Yeah.
At least they put them in, right? I mean, we've seen Marvel Legends figures coming out right now that still don't have butterfly joints. It should be automatic.
Yeah.
Every figure should have butterfly joints from Hasbro. It's just ridiculous not to have them. But yeah, I love import figures. They do a great job of painting them and giving them some really good accessories, but it's going to take forever to get the set.
Diamond Selects will never die.
Nobody's sucking up those diamonds.
They're like cockroaches.
Oh God.
And that's coming from someone who has them. So
what? No, you don't.
I have some. I don't care. I'll admit that.
Whatever. No.
Some Spider-Mans.
Okay.
Juggernaut, Hulk.
AI says, absolutely agree with Elvin. Joe's are my favorite. Yeah, they're great, man. They're awesome. They're just pumping out some good figures. Can't wait to hear what their HasLab's going to be. But first of all, we need to get the first one. They're already on the third one. We haven't even got the first one yet in our hands. All right. Yeah, sorry. We kind of went off on a tangent. Oh, God. I should just go back to the tangent.
Speaking of domestic.
This is one that never's going to be subbing to my shelf right now.
He looks fine. I don't care. Robin, I don't know why they do this. This never happened. I don't know why he's even
like why Splatoon edition again.
Yeah. But I don't know why they use this version of this Red Robin. It's like they took the new 52 body and painted them in Joker colors. I don't think this ever happened in the comics. But whatever. There you go. Some more.
Toddy just going crazy, man.
He's got to recoup those molds. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. And then you have these like these retro style ones that he does. The Batman 66.
Yeah.
Different articulation, different scale. They look all right. I don't know. I know people like this.
Really?
Yeah, people like this kind of stuff. Same with those reaction figures, the tiny ones with like 4 points of articulation. It's tradition, AI.
No. As much as I like to joke and prod at this line, there are people that love this line. And hey,
I'll admit I like Blue Beetle. Where I put him on my shelf, no one knows because he doesn't fit
no one knows. He goes on the obscure scale line.
Yeah,
right?
just like he goes. But I like him. I like what he did with him. No, actually, I take that back. He didn't put the pincers on. He put them on the stupid wings. He did. Anyways, that's what D goes off. So I'm just
look what you did, AI. Now he's going off on a tangent here.
Then you got the 66 Robot Batman. People went crazy for this thing.
Who was it? Was it Toy Box or somebody out there on Twitter was talking about this, and I messaged him back. I'm like, this Superman looks like Elon Musk, right?
It's from the.
It looks like Elon Musk.
No, there's a comic that they're doing, like they did Batman 89, and now they're doing Batman 66, and I don't know why they drew him like that. I personally would have just drew him as Christopher Reeves, but I don't know. Maybe they thought it was disrespectful.
Or Richard Donner.
Or any of
I don't know, man.
But yeah, I don't know. It's cool. It's obscure. It's a niche market.
Sorry, I meant X. Sorry, this guy's been on me since last week. Stop saying the Twitter. It's X. Sorry, X. On X. There, okay. You happy? Yeah, this is speaking of weird, holy smokes. Like, is that when Robin got older?
He kind of has those saggy cheeks. They're supposed to be pudgy cheeks, but they kind of droop a little bit.
That's Robin in his 50s. Oh my god.
Again, stylized.
I don't even know who the skeleton guy is. Never seen this. What is this supposed to be?
Let's burn through these.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
It's burning my eyes.
You don't get these either, do you? Yeah, see, Darth likes them.
There you
Darth
go.
likes them.
Okay, hey man. Yeah, you do you, man. If you like that, get it.
Darth, you're gonna get that robot. I know you are.
Yeah. Don't listen to us. Get it. I think Omar likes these guys. The retro. Are these a retro line, right? Yeah, retro line. These are cool. Like, I have He-Man and Skeletor because, that were the two I wanted, but I didn't think they're going to go this deep in this line, and good for them. A lot of people like this line. A lot of people. So, yeah.
Well, if you want it, they come out to a pre-order tomorrow.
I've stuck with the other line, the
Masterverse.
The Masterverse line. I'm stuck with that, and I've got 30 figures from that line. So I'm gonna stick with that line. I can't do two lines from the same genre. It's too much right now.
Does the show excite you because you're gonna get more figures for season 2? I'm not saying you like the show, but is that something you look forward to? Like when they release the show, they're gonna release more figures, or do you just not care?
it's hard to say because they could totally redeem themselves in the next movie, but I don't care about the show anymore. They've ruined it for me in season 1. I wasn't a fan of it, in my opinion.
I think at the very least it's a good toy commercial because you're gonna get toys.
Which was
that's where I was.
It was play. It was the same play with the original. It was designed to sell toys.
Yeah.
So, hey, if they keep bringing me out awesome 6-inch figures, cool. I don't care about the show. I'll still buy the figures.
I still think they need to work on his face a little bit. He's always too like puffy.
No, I can't do comics. I'm for me, it's pick and choose for certain comics.
He's still hunting down Void Rivals.
Yeah, I can't do comics. It's too much. Digitally, I'll read some comics here and there. It's just finding the time, balancing, everything that I do on a daily basis. Once in a while, if I get a chance, like when I go on my vacation, I'll definitely read some comics on some downtime to kind of relax. Because I don't have any figures to open in front of me. So I might as well do something, and read comics is probably what I do. And I have my Steam Deck. So I just, I'm going to be probably playing the Spider-Man game with Miles, the second one. So I'm going to play that while I'm on vacation a little bit. Keep me busy.
That's good.
Yeah.
Rasper, did you read, just out of curiosity, the Injustice and Masterverse crossover and the Thundercats ones as well? I was just curious what you read. I haven't checked out the new Masterverse comics, but I might. What does this say? What does it say?
You want to go read it?
So Netflix Motu should have been named Tila and the Masters of the Universe. Yeah, I mean,
well, here's the thing. I thought they were going to expand the universe, and I would have been okay if Tila had her own show coming out of the Masterverse movie, where she goes on her own journey. I think that would have been cool, and we could have even created more characters in the lore had they did that. So when I watched it, I'm like, okay, well, why did they make it Tila He-Man show and then take He-Man out of it pretty much most of the show? That didn't make any sense to me. They could have done so much if they had really thought this through and game planned it. But Kevin Smith was given the torch, and he's come out and said that this is not something that he watched when he was growing up. He didn't care for He-Man. So I don't know why they gave it to him in the first place if he's come out before. And there's Twitter, X, sorry. There's X of him making comments about.
I was like, why do you keep doing that? And then I reclude in.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll redeem themselves to figure it out. Maybe somebody else is helming the writing. Who knows? We'll see when it comes out. I'll definitely check it out though to see what's it all about. But I thought
the ending was crazy. I was like, what do you even need anyone else for? You basically made yourself God. What else do you have here?
Yeah, I know. Look at you slide that in quietly.
Oh yeah. So we looked at this before, but there are some better pictures now.
Tickles my fancy.
I know how you are.
We are in no way affiliated with Foosh, and I'm sure there's no way he wants to be affiliated with us.
Just throwing credit where it's due. If I'm gonna get pictures, yeah.
But hey, it's a community here, and you know what? They put this together, and we're gonna have we're not gonna steal anyone's picture and not give him credit. So this is from the Foosh there, and if you don't know who the Foosh is, go check him out. He's amazing. He's a great guy. He does a lot of toy reviews and stuff like that. But are you gonna get this? What is this, by the way?
It's the Amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Thor. He looks fantastic. It's always the shoulders that bother me, but you're not going to get away from that. That's just how they are. And I don't know. He looks beautiful. I love the cape. I love the accessories. Everything looks good to me aside from his alternate faceplates. I don't really like these. I don't care for these yelling.
They look goofy
and powered.
They look like faces. More like Banner A Bill.
Yeah. The faces are bothering me. If I did get this, he'd be remaining in his neutral pose. I don't know. Are you gonna get it? Or you change?
I was on the fence on this, but he just looks too much. It just looks like one of the 1990s WD wrestlers, right? Like he's just got a lot of juice in him, Jim. He's just got a lot of juice in him.
I like the proportions.
Yeah,
if he moves anything like that, Spider-Man 2.0, then great. The quality's going up. It's fantastic. He moves like butter. So, but I don't know.
There's a lot of Odin juice in him. Just a lot of Odin juice.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it is dynamic. I'll give it that.
But no more for you, huh? Do you have any? I can't remember.
I have the Flash and Reverse Flash coming.
Oh
That's the
yes.
only ones that I have. Yeah, I was tempted with the Spider-Man.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't get it. Like you're on the edge. You're so close.
I know. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
he kind of does look like Barney.
Arnold. What?
Lay off the mead.
Ugh.
I don't know. This is one of those things where if I need to see it in hand.
There's no inscription on the hammer. Why?
Doesn't matter. Don't overthink this.
Oh, okay. I am not. Are you, YouTuber? D, are you getting Starlight?
Nah.
Your cat disagrees. All right. What else we got?
You don't have any of the boys, do you?
No, I don't need to get
That's another line that you just fall down.
I watch it. I like
Yeah.
the show, but I can't. It's just where do you draw the line, right? If you just continuously every show you watch, you just can't. But there is one giant weakness. If somebody from Japan gets the Invincible line, oh man, that's gonna be rough for me.
Oh yeah, 100%. If they do an import line of those, if Mayfex
Like,
got
imagine,
those
yeah,
something,
Mayfex. Oh, I'm done. Like, I'm screwed because I will buy every single figure they have from that line. I'm still surprised they're not doing it. But you know, Mayfex, they wait till like season 4 if they even announce season 1 figures. So,
well, you got the Diamond Select will tide you
yeah,
over.
oh god, put the Jim Carrey throwing up. But please, can you get that one day? Every time we disagree, just
There you go.
Oh,
This is another My Hero Academia one. It's a racer. It's just a
wait, what's his name again?
Eraser.
Like Eraser?
When he looks at people, he depowers them.
So they don't stand a chance then.
I mean, he's still like he's not super strong or anything.
Well, he depowers them, so how are they going to win?
Yeah, if he's being ambushed, he like. But yeah, no, his power came in handy this season. So I don't know. He's another character.
Good guy or bad guy?
He's a good guy. He's one of the teachers.
Okay, so is there a reason why he's wearing glasses?
It focuses his powers more, like he can,
like Cyclops with the laser.
Basically, they all have gear that either amplifies or fine tunes it. So that's just his. Nothing much to say here. Anyone who watches the show, he looks pretty generic. That's the problem with some of these characters. They're just that. He just looks like a skinny dude. And I don't think it'll make it a difference on the pricing. I've said anything. Oh yeah, they haven't made any.
How dare they not?
McFarlane beat him to the punch. What else we got here? So obviously.
Yeah, this was already pre-ordered, baby.
Mecha Frieza.
Shout out to P Bandai. Can't wait.
He looks so good.
Oh my god.
I
watched a video of the lady that voices him. It was so cool. She did an awesome job. I can't remember where I watched it. It was on one of the Instagram reels, I think it was.
Oh, did someone ask her to like say something?
Yeah. Somebody met her.
I like when they do that.
Yeah. Somebody met her at a convention and they asked her if she could say something and she just went off. She didn't just say one line. She said like 5 lines just to really, show what she can do. And it was like so cool.
It's cool when they have fun like that.
Yeah.
I hate when they're just so standoffish, but usually the anime voice actors are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Except one. I'm not going to say his name, actually.
Wow, look at that, huh? Oh, yes.
King Cold.
Oh, my God.
Like a Frieza.
I can't wait to put him with the regular Frieza and his brother. Cooler.
You have the other... what I'm asking, you have all of them.
I don't have everything.
No, I mean all the Dragon Ball ones. You have the previous Cooler as well, right? Like his normal form. Or final form.
Yeah. I have the last, I want to say last 7 years worth. Yeah, 7 or 8 years I've been collecting the SH figure line. I used to have the full set from way back in the day, Jack Specific, I think it was called.
Oh yeah.
I used to have that line. I used to have over 100 Dragon Ball figures from that line, and then I sold it all when I was kind of in that phase of semi-retired a little bit, and then SH figures I jumped back in about 8 years ago.
Who did the? I can't remember who did the the 90s figures where only their arms moved.
Yeah,
and their
that's
armor.
I
That's the
think it
one.
was,
That's them.
yeah, Pacific. I think it was called Jack Specific.
Okay.
I have to look at it. I'll look at it. But that, yeah, they were the clamshell ones, right? Or not the retro packaging type.
Yeah.
Yeah. I collected. I remember paying like $50 for Bulma because it was so hard to find, and I found somebody on eBay from Las Vegas to ship me Bulma because it's so rare. But
it's funny looking back at those.
But Trunks' hair was great. It was so awesome.
Yeah,
it was so good.
I remember seeing the toys before I got into the show.
Yeah,
I was like, "What is this? Goku's a child. Why is it?" I thought I was like, I don't know, it weirded me out.
Yeah, that's cool.
Beautiful figure.
You getting this?
Yeah.
Did you get it from P Bandai?
I will.
You ship it to my spot. They'll arrive together.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you the information if you need it. It's only like $3.
Yeah, Ryan. That was the part I was like, what are they supposed to do with these accessories?
Yeah,
especially like Trunks. Trunks had one, I think, like that. He was the only one who could hold his sword, but the sword didn't fit properly. It always like fell out of his hands.
I don't remember that. The Trunks that I liked was the one with the crazy blonde hair out there with the Vegeta's outfit.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was my favorite Trunks. People love the one with the jacket, right?
You like the Saiyan armor Trunks?
Yeah, I like that Trunks. No, not the. Well, yeah, both the ponytail and
Super Saiyan, and it's like jacked out, right?
Because the purple ponytail was really nice.
But you want a Super Saiyan form.
Yeah, but I like both of those. They look awesome. And so when they made it for SH Figure Art, I was like, this is awesome.
Now he's so cheap too.
It actually moves now.
Yeah, I'm looking at them. And then sometimes the 90s ones, the armor had gold instead of yellow.
Yes.
And then you just drool all over those.
Yeah.
What else we got going on? Oh, and I like this. I like that they included the fact that you can do that.
Crazy.
Shockingly, he got 3 dads. I don't know how he pulled that off.
You can always go back and watch it again and again.
Yeah, I like how they're doing more of this type of stuff. Like Yamcha with the hole in his stomach.
Yeah.
What else we got? Oh yeah, this was teased. So now that I watched the show,
you can go talk about this because I have no idea.
It was from that muscle show I was talking about earlier. So I gotta pace myself, but I'll probably go down this rabbit hole. Ryan obviously pre-ordered these or wants these. Again, I've only seen 2 episodes, so now I gotta go backtrack, see how many are up for pre-orders, see how many exist. Read the manga a little bit because I don't want to wait for the show. Should have gotten this freezer from August. How do you buy from there, Elvin? Or no?
P Bandai does a good job for me because it only cost me $10 to get it shipped to my postal place. So I just get it from P Bandai.
I don't know. Maybe the price is comparable. I'll take a look after. The thing with these stores are you'd have to have like 7 websites open and then check the yen. That's why I honestly I like
just dealing with the US dollar, right? It's
and then not even like it says the prices in US, so that's fine. But then it's like, okay, now we get to the shipping page, and then that just fluctuates it. And like, okay, we have EMS, we have DHL, we have like
I don't know what he's talking about 3 months later. I've been getting my stuff on time.
Is P Bandai notoriously late or something?
No, I don't have issues with it at all. I've been getting my stuff like everybody else is getting from other places.
Yeah, as long as it works.
I remember I getting my Gohan. I was one of the first people to get it because I put it up on the internet. No, we had put it up as a short, I think.
Yeah.
And it got over like, I don't know how many thousands of views on it in like a matter of hours, and it was just like,
oh yeah.
People were like, "Where did you get this?" I'm like, "I got it at P Bandai. Where else would I get it from?"
I remember that. That was all what the comments were saying.
Yeah. But I mean, I do buy from Ami as well, right? But there's certain ones that are only on P Bandai that Ami doesn't get.
Yeah.
So
or you order from Ami and like, sorry, we can't ship this to you.
Yeah.
After
or it sells out 5 minutes later.
Hobby Link Japan, AI says.
Yeah, Hobby Link Japan. I like Ami a bit more than Hobby Link because their shipping is a little cheaper. But Hobby Link's pretty good too. I use them too. I got the Steel, Mayfix Steel, and Thor from Hobby Link Japan. So, and Hobby Link's been around for a long time. All right, Harry Potter wannabe. What else?
Oh yeah, I was looking at him. I threw him up there. So he's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm. If you say so.
I don't know. I ordered. Ryan says Hobby Link ships out fast. So here's what I did with Nightwing.
No, that's incorrect.
I don't know. No,
Incorrect.
Everyone's
I swear,
this.
Ami has a portal somewhere in the middle of America somewhere.
Everyone's debating this, but it fluctuates. Like it's not.
It all depends. Yeah, it all depends.
Because my Nightwing from Hobby Link Japan was a week later than everyone else's.
The most consistent import company is, for me, Ami, and that's been consistent for years.
They change them. Sometimes Ami slower. Sometimes Hobby Link's faster.
Yeah.
Like,
but if you were to give it science, but if you give it an overall, like for me, for an overall average Ami, it's the best for me in terms of getting stuff quickly at my house. Like when the shipping notice goes out, usually 48 hours. I'm not even joking. 48 to 72 hours later, it's at my house. I don't even know if Hasbro can't even do that for me. So yeah, I mean, I've been really, really fortunate with Ami. But you're right, though. It all depends. There are some moments where you're like, hey, where's my figure? And that's happened with Ami rarely, but it has happened. I believe the Storm figure was the one that was a week behind everybody else that I knew that got it. But
that's the best part, AI. I'm at a point in my life where if they are late, I'm just like, sweet, I don't have to pay. I get another week of not having to pay. Yeah.
Where the credit card doesn't have to melt today.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Blue Eyes White Dragon. I remember as a kid, Fox Kid used to just play the Yu-Gi-Oh commercial all the time, and Blue Eyes White Dragon was always on the screen, echoing through my mind. I didn't realize Yu-Gi-Oh is still super popular. A lot of people lost their mind over these.
I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
You never watched Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid?
Yu-Gi-Oh? I heard of Yu-Gi-Oh, but I never played it or watched it. No.
Not even when it's time to duel?
You just lost me right there. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. What? Even Pokemon. I don't know Pokemon. Like my youngest son knows it, and I want to help him, collect and entertain him. I played that mobile game that everybody in the world played.
Oh, I didn't play that. Pokemon
People
Go?
running into poles and crossing the streets without looking.
Yeah, that was a weird phenomenon.
Yeah, that was so weird. And I dabbed, and I'm like, what's this all about? And I checked it. I'm like, okay, cool. I played it for a few hours. I'm like, okay, I'm good.
There was a gym or something outside my office. So there'd just be swarms of people daily. I was like, oh God, here we go.
The worst is at the fountains in the mall.
Oh, Metrotown was just like a zombie outbreak. Jesus.
They don't even look where they're going. Their head is down. Some of them almost fall into the water fountains. Like, come on.
Ryan, you getting this? I take it.
As a kid.
He looks cool.
Yeah, I mean, are you getting it?
Oh no, I have no.
Okay.
3 of them.
Yeah, he's getting 3 of them. But I mean, it's a phenomenon. Like a lot of people like it and want it. Cool.
Yeah.
What else we got that we don't want to get? Oh, more.
Yeah, he looks great.
Speaking of 3, there you go, Ryan.
So, Nier, I played this game for like 5 minutes.
This is a 78-point figure right here.
Yeah, he's yeah.
This
You
is
can tell.
78 all over, written all
You can
over.
tell.
Right
You
here.
can tell.
It's got a girl. It's got a robot. This is all him right here. Prototypical 78 figure here.
I was gonna ask if you played this. I know for a fact you didn't, so I stopped myself.
What is this?
So it's 2B.
And B
this one's apparently based on the anime, but there is a game where she's the main character, one of the main characters, Near Automata. I never played it. To my understanding, it's the human-created humanoid machines versus alien-created machines, and it's like post-apocalyptic. I never played the game fully, so I have no idea. I might watch the anime if it's going to give me a condensed version because I don't feel like playing this game. I don't have time to do it. I do like her design though. Like based off her looks alone.
Nightmare says, I'm sticking with Buzzmount 2. I don't even know what he's saying, but hey, cool. 2B.
Have you ever seen the game?
No.
No, not at all. Okay.
Is it a big game?
Yeah, it's very popular.
Computer or everywhere?
I don't even know what it's on. I remember it was on PlayStation.
I might have seen the trailer or something. I'm sure I've come across it somewhere. I just don't recall it right now.
$2.5 million copies, PS4 exclusive.
Yeah, just a few.
So
it looks pretty cool. I mean, it's interesting.
Nightmare. Oh, he said he has the Buzzmod one. Yeah, I guess if the articulation's the same.
Oh, okay. So she was in the last Soul Calibur. Cool. Sucker
That's
Punch.
the thing when you get to import figures too. Their articulation slightly differs. Like I'd say like SH and Mayfex are different but still similar. Like your Mandalorian debacle where you were deciding which one to get.
Yeah.
Or sometimes the heights are slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
I like when they're so like Sentinel versus SH. Those are so completely different that I have no problem picking one over the other. Same with Mayfex and SH figure arts. What are you gonna do with the Spider-Man figures? Like there's 100 of them now. Same suits, re-releases over and over again.
Tell me about it. They get me every time.
It's when you get to that point, it's like, okay, so what joints did they use in the arm? They're the same, but which one's looser? Which one feels better? Which one has it? Like it gets to that point where it's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah. But
if Buzzmods is fine, then might as well just stick with that. The problem with I was talking about this last week. So Guts, that figure was teased, the prototype. It turned out to be a model kit. There was an actual figure released a while ago, so I asked, like, why is everyone so hyped for this? Why don't you just keep your old ones? They look kind of the same. And apparently the quality sucked and the arms and legs fell off.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's good for re-releases if the original is garbage. But it sounds like Buzzmod's fine. At least you have options. And then Storm Collectibles, Skeleton Warriors.
Our friend Telford is probably just drooling.
Just
salivating at the moment to get this. This is right up his alley.
I mean, it looks cool.
Yeah.
Skull Warrior 2-pack. Getsu Fumaden, Undying Moon action figure.
His guts are spilling all over the place, though.
See, I like that kind of stuff. I like the detail there.
Yeah. Yeah, cool.
And you're done completely with Storm. They'd have to do a character.
They haven't made anything recently for me to buy.
I was about to say that they're gonna have to make a character that you actually want before you can decide that.
They have this. Like, it's so weird. Like SH Figure Arts and Storm have the Street Fighter license.
What?
That's a figure fell.
No.
But they haven't done anything with the license recently. They make one, like Storm makes one Street Fighter figure per year and a half. The last one was, I think, Zangief. It was the regular Street Fighter version. And the one before that was E Honda. I don't know where Balrog is. Oh no, Balrog's recent too, right? Did they make a Balrog?
They did.
Yeah, that was the most recent one. Sorry, I don't know where Blanca is. Sorry, they had a picture of Blanca a while back in one of the conventions. I think 2 years ago, and nothing, no prototype, didn't see anything. So I don't know.
San Diego Comic-Con 2022. There's a picture of Blanca.
There you go. See,
like a cutout. Like a cutout. Blanca and
yeah, it
Phelan
wasn't even a
coming.
figure; it was a cardboard cutout.
Yeah.
So, and we heard nothing after that.
Same with the Darkstalkers.
Yeah.
Lots of cutouts here. Anyway.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, hey, we got Jada right now doing some killer Street Fighter, so they're probably gonna be like taking a lot of people's money because people can't wait 2-3 years to get one figure from a line. It's ridiculous. Just stop it altogether. Just say you're canceling the line. Just stop making us wait.
Did Dimitri even come out?
No.
Oh my god.
The only figure that I love from Stormcloak, like, I mean, I do like Zangief quite a bit, but I love Sagat. He is awesome. He looks so good. I just wish the one in SH Figure Art line was a little bit taller because he's really short.
Actually, Dimitri may have come up from no, it said August 17th to 28th here.
It's not out yet.
My god, okay.
That's what I mean, man.
No, he must have come out. He has to have. We just get things slow. Yeah, he came out. He came out.
Was it this month?
No, it was he's probably a while ago.
Okay, I don't remember.
But if it's anything like Storm Collectible or the other like Street Fighter stuff, you're not going to see the rest of the Darkstalkers for a while.
Can forget about it. All right, what else we got?
I totally forgot about him.
Are you gonna get him?
No, because I lost interest. That's how long they took. This was the Bruce Lee that they were talking about. Were you a big Bruce Lee guy?
Oh, aren't you?
Yeah, are you gonna get it?
No. No, but I love Bruce Lee as obviously as a real I would say real martial arts specialist, a frontier in that whole category. I mean, he invented his own martial arts. That's insane. Yeah, I love Bruce Lee. I don't know. This is Storm?
No, it's Bandai.
Oh, is it Bandai? Okay.
So it's even cheaper.
Hey, okay. Maybe. I might.
Comes out December. Pre-orders opened on the 4th.
Okay.
It's a nice centerpiece if you're a big Bruce Lee fan.
I might. We'll see.
Darth jumped on that. Him and Ip Man.
Be like water, Darth. Be like water. What else?
He doesn't necessarily. Oh, 78 showed these off.
You probably buying a bunch of these.
Not a bunch, but I kind of want one. They look cool.
Yeah, he's got quite the package.
It's impressive that they included that.
It's
he said necessary.
Yeah.
They gave him boots. They could have given him some cloth and pants.
I don't even know. I don't even want to know what's blurred out. I don't even want to know in the picture. I'll leave it up to Ryan to let us know. I'll know.
Don't engage him in conversation. They did some female bodies too. They're handy for customizing. I don't know, like I like this JoJo style figure like form where they have like slender waist and like barrel chest. But I don't know. I need like an idea of what to use it for before I even decide to buy this. Brick.
Additional packages. Yes, one might say that. All right.
Oh yeah, the nunchucks.
I'll be back in a second here.
Yeah. So another Storm. I don't know why they just didn't do Armored King, but this is a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. recolor, I guess. I don't know if anyone's excited for this. $114, August 23rd. I don't know. Depends. If you like the old color, sweet. I prefer the old one over this. But it is what it is. He looks pretty sweet. The thing with Storm is you always get good detail. Normally good accessories, but in his case, you just get alternate hands. I don't know if there's much you could have done with him except give like punching effects. No dice. I'm out. Back to Bruce Lee. Yeah, he's pretty sweet. I'm going to pre-order this. Dark jumped on that. Like I said, I want him and Ip Man on the same shelf. So you were left with another Storm that you don't care about.
Oh yeah, look at that. Another animal guy.
He said it's a mask. Doesn't count if it's a mask.
Cool. Is this King? Oh, there you go. King action figure.
I don't have any Storm collectibles. I would want some. Is there a specific line that you want, like character-wise?
Don't say Mortal Kombat because you're going to be done. They will take all your money because they have 1 million Mortal Kombat figures coming out every year.
I don't know how I feel about these recolors, these Big Bad Toy Store exclusives.
I guess for anyone who's like really into it, it's another look, right?
Yeah.
All right. What else?
I'm
Anything
just
else?
admiring the details here. $114.
You gonna pull the trigger?
Not on him. No, I don't care about him at all. Like at all whatsoever.
Because you're like, I'm gonna go check it out. I'm like, oh, okay. We're gonna pull the trigger on this guy.
No, I was just curious. I was like, what did they do different on him? And they didn't do anything different. And then on Toy Migos, they just showed off some more of the Street Fighter size comparison for Jada Toys.
Yes.
On their They're Not Dolls segment.
I always regretted selling my Jada toy collection. I mean, my
I was like, what? You just got them out.
what do you call it?
It's like, dude, there's only 2.
What was the line that came out Street Fighter? It was
Was
before SH Figure Arts and Storm. I can't remember the company's name now. I always regretted selling them. The guy was so good. He had a comb. It was just so good looking. His hair was a little bit big, but still, all of the figures looked really good for the time it came out. And this was a while back, like a decade ago. Soda, that's it. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, I regret selling that. I had to think about 10.
Is there a reason why you just didn't care about them anymore?
Well, I was trying to get into Marvel at the time, and I was like, I can't do 2. Sorry? You fool. I got a pretty good penny for it.
Yeah.
And that kind of helped me buy the Marvel stuff because I don't know if you remember when I got back into Marvel, I just went and bought like 40 to 50 Marvel Legends figures just one day to catch up.
This is all blasphemy to Ryan. You traded in imports.
Yeah, Ryan's like rolling up
for Hasbro.
He's just like, what are you doing? Yeah. But I mean, I'm so glad after all these years I finally don't have to regret it because Jada is just making some great looking figures here.
Good quality.
So, yeah, really good.
And I'm surprised we're even getting into like the soft goods. I know you don't really care about this show. I watched Edge Runners, so I like the character. The fact that they even gave him
the E-Money train. Are you gonna get this?
Yeah, I am.
Jacket looks pretty cool.
Even
Cyberpunk?
Yeah, Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Even if you didn't watch it, he just looks cool from a character standpoint.
You have a thing for guys with jackets.
Yeah.
You do.
I think it stemmed from Trunks.
Yeah. I've noticed this now.
It's 100% Trunks'
When
fault.
you said this, I'm like, okay, there's a pattern here. You love the guys with jackets. That's cool. He does look cool, and I might pick him up just because he does look cool.
Like he fits on your shelf. Like you can put him anywhere.
Yeah.
Do you have any grabs with these sizes?
No.
They scale accordingly too. I know you're not picky, but I know you like things to be consistent.
Gao should be better than Ryu. That is true right there. Bison should be on the same level as Guile. That's fine with me. DJ should be in the same level as Guile. That's fine with me. Yeah.
I won't confirm. I won't. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, I won't acknowledge it. I don't get to say my joke. Overall, I'm excited for this.
Shout out to Toy Amigos. Everybody out there doing their thing.
How do you feel about future projects with this company? Oh yeah, to Cyberpunk. The Elvin has that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it for like the toys this week.
Well, you asked me a question right now. How do I feel about these guys? I feel great. They're coming out bangers here, man. Like they're doing good. Not bad for a first run.
Did you open? You didn't have time to open your Street Fighters, did you?
Not yet. I have them there. They're the next group of batch of figures I'll be opening up this week. So
I'm curious to see.
But everyone I see online with their reviews and stuff rave about how good all these figures are.
There's always that one person who has like something negative to say. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
I'm not like hating on them, but there's always like, it could have been better for that price point.
Exactly, right? That never seems like, it's funny. They never seem to mention that when they don't like a figure.
Yeah,
it's fine. Not
everyone. And then
you're not going to appease everyone. That's how it is.
Or you ask them like, what would you have changed? And it's something they give you a non-answer. Those are the ones that I was like, I would have made it better. How?
Yeah, explain.
What would you have done?
Soft goods.
Oh, okay. Well, there it is.
Yeah, soft goods. Well, then you'll be paying probably another $20 or more on it, because they just don't magically appear on a figure, right?
But speaking of Street Fighter, this popped up.
I
was like, oh, where do I add this? This counts as something new. So they announced this Street Fighter 6 Ninja Turtles collaboration on August 8th. I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I was like, what's that all about? You get this
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power.
God, Donnie looks awful in there.
Do you have Street Fighter 6?
Yeah, I do.
Are you?
It's
is this
kicking the out of me? My youngest son, who barely plays this game, beat me, and I'm so mad. So I'm going and practicing, and I'm going to absolutely obliterate him when the next time we play. I'm not even going to give him a second round. I'm just going to absolutely destroy him, because I was goofing around when I was playing with them. Like, I'll let him win a couple of rounds here and there.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore. You can't do that anymore.
And then when I tried, he kicked me. I'm like, what? I'm like, you little,
It's always the quiet.
His mom was in the other room, so I couldn't really grab him like Homer does with Bart around the neck. Why, you little? So yeah, I'll get him. I told him, don't worry, rematch is coming.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna absolutely obliterate him.
Not even
gonna, like I said, no second rounds.
I can't even remember the last Street Fighter game I played. No, I just get obliterated. No, I can't do it.
Oh man,
I loved Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh,
2. I didn't really.
I don't know why they can't make this. Can you imagine a modern graphics of that game?
Because they tried and failed miserably. I don't know what they were doing. Oh, and then they lost so many licenses, and it turned into a mess for them. No one wants to touch that anymore, unfortunately.
Man, that game was so good. Yeah. I lost my mind with that game. Oh.
But it's interesting.
Yeah, it's nice to do new crossovers.
Yeah.
Now, if
You're
DC
gonna,
smart, if DC smart, they'd want to jump in on this too. But they're with Mortal
They-
Kombat, I think, right?
Yeah, that's like they had their
Yeah.
turn with
Yeah,
Justice League versus MK.
yeah.
Oh man! But overall, you should get Justin to. You guys should stream it on ANR.
Yeah. And I'm also going to be doing our weekly pre-recorded gaming news, and this was going to be part of it as well. So look out for that. We'll be doing weekly gaming news on this channel. So yeah, it's growing. It's good. We feel good about this. We enjoy it. So if you haven't subscribed, go over there and subscribe, guys. We're going to give away some games and a console. So look out for that. And you got to be a subscriber to win it. So go check it out. Tell your friends. Tell your uncles, aunts, brothers, and nephews. Even the old lady next door. Tell them all.
No, don't, because you want to win that console.
No, we got to get to 1,000 subscribers to get that console.
Is it okay?
Yeah,
fine.
gotta hit 1,000. So go tell everybody. Once it hits 1,000, we're gonna pick some random person and send them a console, an Xbox. So, I mean, come on, that's pretty cool. You don't have to do nothing. Just tell people to click the subscribe button.
Lucky ducks.
Yeah, you can't win it. Sorry.
I know.
All right. Let's get into it. Right? Do you have one more?
No, that was it.
Okay, let's get
So
into
now
my.
we got some Superman talk. Time to win my second. You're on your like fourth prize.
This guy. He's right though. He can win it because it's another channel. He just has to make sure we hit we get enough subscribers though. So you gotta tell everybody.
Probably will too. That's the stupid part.
Yes, I did see that.
What happened?
Okay, so some YouTuber was decided to tell everybody to meet at a certain location in New York. I think it was Times Square or somewhere nearby.
Yeah.
And he's like, if you show up here on this time, I'm going to give away games and consoles. And it became a massive riot where he got charged by the police.
He got charged for that? Why? He didn't do anything.
Because he incinerated a riot.
He didn't do anything.
It was a legal gathering. Making 1K burners. Oh, man. Riot, just crazy. Hey, man, if you make 1K burners, that's
I mean,
good
you
for
earned
you.
it at that point.
I mean,
I would just give it. I just give you it.
I don't care. Go ahead, make the burners. I'll go with me. I don't care how we get there. We just get there. So, My Adventure of Superman. Let's talk about this 3 episodes that we watched. Episode 4, 5, and 6. Sorry, 3, 4, and 5. 6 and 7 are to come out this next 2 weeks. It's a 7-episode season 1. Let me hear what you got to say, man.
Okay, so going in, I was open-minded.
Yeah.
I don't have any problems with the art design. People were freaking out because how his suit came on the first episode. They said it was like Sailor Moon, and then he never did. He never did that again.
Yeah,
so it's like
funny.
whatever. Like all the gripes that they had in those episodes, he hasn't done since. My prediction was it's going to be the villain of the week. They're going to show up using Kryptonian technology. They're going to pummel him for a little bit. He's going to stand there and take it, and then the technology is going to malfunction or something and give them actual powers somehow later on. And that seems to be what happened the last few episodes. This one, we're slowly getting introduced to newer villains and his relationship with Lois and Jimmy. And they're speed running this. Like, he's getting to points in his life that took years to get to in the comics, like people finding out who he is, his identity being leaked, Sam Lane gunning for him, like General Ross guns for the Hulk. Like, these are all things later on in his career. But I guess since this is aimed for children, even though it's on Adult Swim,
that's the confusing part about this. It's so
it's very juvenile, but it also isn't.
It reminds me of anime more than an American cartoon.
I'm okay with that too. Like, that doesn't.
Yeah,
bother
it doesn't
me.
bother me. I thought it would, but it doesn't bother me that much. No, it's not woke.
No, it's not at all. Like, at all whatsoever.
No, it's not. It's like you said. It's designed for younger kids.
People, that was the rumor originally, and a lot of the gripes people have, they freaked out, they panicked, they started calling it woke, and then as soon as episode 1 came out and passed, the things they complained about never happened again, like, at all. Like, people were worried about this being a Lois Lane focused show. It's not. It's still a Superman
She
show.
annoys me a little bit though, but she's so funny.
They're all amusing, but also
It's comedy hour. it's fun, right? Like, yeah,
Like Lois Lane. Like in this show, she's an intern, so she's not the power driven, commanding the room Lois that everyone's used to. She's not respected. She's trying to earn her place at the Daily Planet. That being said, she's trying to get the scoop on Superman so she can raise the ranks and become the Lois we all know and love. She outright admitted she wanted to leak his secrets, and then she's surprised that Superman doesn't want to talk to her. Like, it's things like that where you're being a cow and then you're getting upset because people are treating you like the person you're acting like. And she has her little tantrums. Jimmy, I have no problems with him. He's the plucky friend who hangs around. I actually like him a lot based off this last episode and the reveal they did, how he handled it. I was like, oh, you're pretty cool. Actually.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I know, but like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I want you to tell me. That was awesome.
Yeah, I respected him for that.
Yeah, no doubt. I like I said, to me, this is like the kids' show introduction to Superman, and I'm just like, hey, cool.
It's condensed Smallville aimed for children.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
This isn't Justice League. It's not Justice League, the animation that we watched. It's nothing like that at all. It's not any of the DC animation that we've been watching for the last years. It's not. It's funny. It's on adult, like we talk about it, but it's not adult at all. It's just to me, it's just a lighthearted, fun entry point for people who haven't been exposed to Superman or just want a fun Superman comedy type of animation. And I think that's where I keep myself focused and remind myself that that's what this is going to be. It's not going to be something what I'm used to, which the DC animations have shown, the seriousness of it all. Yeah, there are some parts where it's a little bit interesting, but if you take it from that standpoint, saying that it's not gonna be totally serious and it's just gonna be just fun. Like, even look at the villains.
That's the funny part for me, because these villains exist in the comic, but they're so heavily redesigned that I have no idea who this is supposed to be. That's a mashup between Amazo and Parasite. Because and then Dr. Ivo. So Dr. Ivo creates the android Amazo who copies superheroes' powers, but in the show he's just like Elon Musk, like he's one of those type of guys. And then the defense system for his suit is called Amazo, and his armor is called Parasite. So anyone who knows Superman knows Parasite is this guy who drains his powers whenever he comes into contact with him. So things like that will probably bother people. For me, it's just, okay, it's a guessing game. It's like, who's that Pokemon? Because you redesigned them so much, I have no idea who I'm looking at.
Yeah.
The fights are cool. They're fluid. They're anime-ish. Superman doesn't have all his powers, so he does take a beating, and he has to try. He's still invulnerable, but he could lose if he lets himself slip. So I appreciate that. People are upset that he's nerfed. And I'm like, he's not nerfed. He's like 19 years old. Yeah. And he's not Superman. He just learned how to fly, basically, and do all these things. So again, this guy is him. Mixed with him.
Sure.
I don't know, like that. There's a lot of talking lately, and I'm finding myself bored. And it's not the show's fault. It's character development.
Yeah.
But I think it's so juvenile that it doesn't hold my attention because it's aimed for children. But at the same time, like, would children even care about this? And then it gets to a fight. I'm like, oh, okay, sweet. I get to see Superman do Superman things.
I don't know if the show's going to last past season 2. And maybe that's the point, just to do 2 seasons and kind of bounce. Give something different and then say, okay, we're going to be on to our next project. Maybe that's the point.
If the finale does something like some sort of invasion.
Or he finally unlocks more secrets from the Fortress of Solitude.
Because like we said before, Jor-El is the most badass Jor-El I've ever seen. He looks like Odin. He's Odin.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Yeah. Yes, please, more of him.
And he's just yelling Kryptonian, and no one knows what he's talking about, and he looks like just a crazy nutcase alien. But same formula. It's
Think, Mark. Think.
and then can I really be mad because I watch Power Rangers and that had the same formula every week.
Yeah.
They fight as humans, they start losing, they morph, they start to win, they start to lose, they call the Megazord. Rinse, repeat. Do the same thing next week, over and over again. This is kind of the same thing. Superman tries to talk them down, they don't listen. He has to fight them, and they end up either self-sabotaging themselves or he wins because he's Superman. How he lost was pretty gruesome, though. That I could see being on Adult Swim. His bones got all mangled and all that.
Mm-hmm. Evangelion. Cool.
And then
This guy's funny. He's hilarious.
Lombard, he's cool. So the premise of that episode was it was the introduction of Parasite. He tried to test out his new military armor, and it messed with his brain, his chemical imbalance, and then he went crazy. Same thing as Dr. Octopus in Spider-Man 2. Same thing as what's his name in Ant-Man.
Yeah.
They all try their super device, it messes with their brain, they go crazy. Pretty simple. The episode after that, I didn't know this was supposed to be him until today.
Oh,
It's one of the Flash's rogue.
okay.
That's what I mean. It's a guessing game. So one of the main characters in this episode was Heatwave from the Flash, but they gender bent him, and it just looked like a generic villain. Same thing for Amazo, same thing for Parasite. And then you got Deathstroke. Again, I didn't know that was him.
Yeah, neither did I.
And then they say his name and it's Deathstroke. I do appreciate the fight scene they had, but he's not all grizzled with missing a one eye. They made him a sexy anime villain who's like slender and has long hair covering one eye. So he's so far removed from Deathstroke that it might as well have just been a different character.
But how does Deathstroke even stand a chance against Superman?
He's using technology.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. He causes collateral damage. He does the sneaky Deathstroke tactics, but then he doesn't. It's weird. Superman could have easily stopped him if he wanted, but he's Superman in this world of super soldiers like Deathstroke. Same way Batman counteracts him, Deathstroke does too. And then, of course, you have Amanda Waller, Sam Lane. There's not much to say about this show because
no Lex yet.
And I'm curious, are they going to how much are they going to change Lex? Because they've changed everyone else except Sam Lane.
Amanda's still the same, right? Amanda Waller.
Yeah, she's always the same in every continuity.
It's so funny. It's so funny. Like that character doesn't change at all.
Just a black sassy woman
in a business attire.
Yeah,
that's it.
Like sometimes she's skinny, or sometimes she's heavy set, but she's always just angry black woman who's serious until provoked.
Oh my god, it's funny.
And then they introduced Monsieur Mala and the Brain.
I really like this character because he's is it Grodd?
No, it's similar to like he's a talking ape.
No, but he's his friend, right?
They've associated in the past.
Yeah, he's supposed to be his assistant or something like that. And he's got that French accent, correct?
Yeah.
Melaire.
So
it's Melaire.
And in this, I'm sure 100% people freaked out because they're lovers, but in the comic, it was pretty implied that
it's a robot. People get over it.
Like it's a human brain in a robot body. I don't care. Yeah. People are probably freaking out, but then I'm like, did you care in the comics? Because you know they were.
Nobody cared about this character in the comics.
No one does. So
people had to probably look this up to find out who this guy was.
Like some Doom Patrol people probably enjoyed it, but Doom Patrol is pretty messed up as it is. So if this bothered you, then I don't know what to say. What did bother me, and it didn't even bother me, is normally they're villains, and this they were friendly.
Yeah.
They were lighthearted. They did evil things like make mutants for some reason because they were bored, and have killer death robots. But overall, they were cool characters to introduce in the show.
And then they went off to their own dimension or something, right?
Yeah, they didn't really do much.
So
I think for me, the show is just me trying to figure out what characters they're going to bring in and who they're supposed to
The
be.
big thing also now is the show has made it clear that Lois and Jimmy know who Superman is.
Yeah.
So the dynamics of that changes now, right? So,
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's about
It's
time
different.
to kind of
It's different, right?
They have to refresh this thing and make it a little different. They have to. And I'm interested to see what I just love the three of them as the banter that goes around with the three of them. That's the funny thing that I really like about the three of them. And I want to see how that is going to be going forward because they know who he is now.
Yeah.
It was funny when they didn't know. I liked it, but let's see now what's going to happen that they already know who this guy is. So we'll see if the comedy is still good.
Some people are saying it takes away from future stories and the mystery around it, but at the same time, if the writing's good enough, you can write stories from what you just described.
Like, look, the future is probably two seasons, so let's not get carried away here. Like,
yeah. What are we at? Just 2 more episodes.
Yeah,
whatever future
we got
you
2 more
expecting,
episodes and maybe
yeah.
1 more season out of this. I think
Maybe.
let's not get carried away here.
Yeah,
1 season at a time. I don't think this is doing just great ratings. I don't think it's doing gangbuster ratings right now.
but overall, I'm curious to see how they end it. I think they're going to end it on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
That's my guess. Some sort of invasion is going to happen because he keeps having like visions of mechs showing up. So we'll see. What do you like? Do you like this show, or are you just kind of watching it for the sake
I'm
of
just
watching
it for comedy relief.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes lighthearted stuff's good.
Yeah, you gotta change it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of lighthearted, that brings us to our next topic.
Oh yeah.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
6 in the morning. That was awesome when he dropped that line. I was like, whoa, what?
At least at my door.
Oh man, I miss him.
His voice acting is so good.
Oh,
That was like the perfect character for me.
mwah, chef's kiss.
So anyone who's listening, it was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. We are talking about Ice Cube because he is voicing the main villain, Superfly.
No, you gotta say Superfly.
Superfly.
You gotta say it like that, man. Superfly.
Clearly, Elvin enjoyed his character.
Yes, that was one of the highlights, and Jackie Chan.
I wasn't sure about Jackie. I wasn't against him. I was like, okay, it's Jackie Chan, but then his comedic timing is brilliant.
So good. So good. Oh, I love you, my sons.
Don't go near humans. They'll milk you. I don't even have nipples. She's just so fixated on that. I died like every time. It's like you sneak out, they milk you. Look what happens when you don't listen to me.
I absolutely love Master Splinter.
Yeah. So the movie's a little different.
Wait, we should tell people if you haven't seen it, it's a spoiler talks here going to be sprinkled in.
Yes.
It won't be too heavy, and I think we won't talk about the mid-credit scenes. We'll save that.
Yeah, we'll save it. Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about it when they start announcing that down the road. But yeah, so spoiler warnings to anybody who's haven't seen it yet. I don't know why you haven't seen it yet. Go check it out. But yeah, okay. We get the warning here. Let's go. You've seen it twice.
Yeah, surprisingly. So originally going in, we both saw the trailer and we were both like,
Yeah, you can go back to us both not too enthusiastic.
We had to convince ourselves, like,
yeah,
okay, like this is for kids. I'm sure they'll like it or whatever. This isn't meant for us. And then randomly at 10:30.
Oh, sorry. Press the button here. Yeah, go ahead.
Randomly at 10:30, Jess got tickets for a late show, but then she couldn't do it. So I was like, yeah, okay, fine, I'll go by myself. And it was just me by myself and 2 other people in the theater.
You should have called me. I would have came.
I didn't know. It was like so late. It was like 10:30 p.m. I was like, I don't know what to do. But I was like,
just message me next time that happens.
Yeah, okay.
You never know, right?
Yeah,
say yes
that's true.
No.
That's true.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, one of my main gripes were the character designs. Like I hated them. I still don't like them, but it suits the aesthetic of the movie and their personalities. Like once they're in motion, it stopped bothering me.
Yeah.
Same with Donatello's voice. Like, wow, he sounds like a 6-year-old. But his delivery and what he talks about is so fascinating, and he as a character is so funny that his voice just helped his character. Like I loved his voice every time he spoke. I liked all the references. I could tell I liked, because I'm like, I don't even know half the things they're saying because they were designed to be like teenagers.
Yeah.
When I go to the mall and I hear kids talk, I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. Like, I don't understand half the things you're talking about. And they did that in this movie, but they were self-aware about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think I'm rambling here. I mean, I'm taking the attention away from you.
No, you're making a good point here. Yeah, it was so difficult to sit there and assess everything and go, I'm not supposed to like this thing.
Yeah, I was like, I don't hate this.
Like everything in my bone tells me not to like this thing, but you end up liking it. I mean, not to the extent where we ran out and bought figures.
I was like, I had to have you. No, you had to talk me back.
Yeah,
to
I'm like,
reality
don't be silly here. Don't be silly.
You're right. You're right. These things are hideous.
But I think this is what this generation needs.
Yeah,
the younger generation, in that age group between 12 and 18, that's what they need. This is their starting point, or their big bang of like, oh, I want to get into Turtles now. Like both my kids, all into Turtles. They love Turtles.
Yeah,
they absolutely love the movie. They liked it. They love the funniness. I really liked the kid aspect of this, how they're just young kids and all they want to do is just be normal.
It's like watching the Sandlot interact.
Yeah.
And you guys are teenagers.
And there's a lot of emotion in this movie. It's not just about mastering your ninja skills, making quick jokes, but there's a lot of emotion into like, you feel for them when they're like sitting there. It got me like, when they're sitting there watching the movie at the top of the building, an outdoor movie, and you're just like, and they just want to be part of that group down below, and they're just like, they can't because they're not normal. To them, they don't feel normal, right? And it kind of relates to what a lot of people go through right now when whatever they're experiencing, and they're like, I don't know if I want to be in part of that crowd because they might make fun of me, or I might stick out like a sore thumb, so I better not go there and get engaged with that crowd. And that's such a strong, powerful message. The whole story was just about family and being accepted as who they are, and just being able to do basic things like school, right? What's up, Cowabunga dude?
What's up? I know. People are saying like, this isn't my Turtles, and then after seeing it, like, you're right, it's not.
Definitely not.
All the references apply to teenagers today. This is meant for them. This is their movie, but it doesn't mean it takes away from our enjoyment.
Yeah. But they did sprinkle in some Easter eggs.
Yeah. Like they tried to make it appealing for everyone.
Yeah, but the main goal is to appeal for the crowd that's going to go and buy this stuff, watch this stuff, and play the video games, right?
Yeah.
And so they have to appeal to a new generation because we don't need to be sold on Turtles. We already are.
Like we're so sold on it that we're upset that it's not ours.
We're buying all the t-shirts, we're buying the games, we're buying the figures.
Yeah.
They need to get the next generation of people to get into it as well. So you have a bigger demand, so more stuff are coming out. Like you just showed earlier, Turtles are going with Street Fighter.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen if they don't feel the buzz around.
Yeah, and I don't want to be grim, but we won't live forever. All the people who grew up with the Mirage Turtles. Yeah, I mean, forever, I will, but
forever embedded in YouTube, I'll live forever.
Like you said, they have to appeal to the next generation.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna buy the kid. I mean, we don't like the figures, but those kids love them, right? And they're gonna buy those, and that's gonna make money for Mattel, and then other companies gonna get
Playmates and whoever.
Yeah, Playmates, whatever it is, and then they're gonna get wind of it, and they're gonna say, okay, we should make more stuff related to Turtles, like more T-shirts. Like because it did so well, Paramount has already announced TV show and a second movie.
Great.
They're not going to do that if there's no buzz around this.
Yeah.
So, and they're not going to definitely do like Capcom's not going to do a game with the Turtles in it. They're not going to do a retro part 2 of the Shredder game. They're not going to do all that stuff if there's no buzz continuing for Turtles. If an IP dies or is withering away, nobody wants to be near it at all. So it helps all generations for Turtle fans.
100%.
Whether you like this movie or not. So that's the important part that people need to understand. You got to continue to buzz around an IP if you want new stuff coming out for you in various ways. Overall, I thought the characters like Superfly is amazing, Splinter's amazing in my eyes. Those two are probably my favorite in terms of just stealing the show.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like
100%.
the four turtles out there, they're there. We're not saying that they're lacking in any department, but these two really stole the show, and they did it in two different ways. One did it in comedy, one did it in just swagger.
Yeah, he's Ice Cube.
Yeah,
Like
it's
every
great.
time Ice Cube is in a movie, he's himself, and that's perfectly okay. They tailored the character around him.
Yeah.
More so the other way around. The two that bothered me are Bebop and Rocksteady. I don't think they should have been part of this group. I would have reserved them for a later, like the second film. They're not bad. Like they're. Oh, sorry, we're gonna say.
No. Go ahead. You finish.
I'm used to them being associated with the Shredder, and as like hardcore goons, or in the comics case, just deadly villains. Like in the comics, those two are just they mess them up bad.
And this is full spoilers here, so I'm warning you guys again. I'm going to talk about something right now that's going to spoil the ending. So please don't get mad at me. We've been telling you guys we're going to have spoilers in here. What bothered me about this movie, and it didn't get a 10 because of this, it lost a couple of points in my mark. And this is how I feel, is I didn't like the ending where they all were on the good guys' side. I needed Bebop and Rocksteady to be badasses and be bad. I would have loved it if they walked away.
Yeah.
Right?
When they were in the bowling alley and they're just like trashing the place, I was like, oh yeah, that's Bebop and Rocksteady there.
like goons.
He's
right?
like, I'm angry.
Yeah,
why am I? It's okay to be angry. And they like, yeah, they were goons. But as much as I like the ending, I would have preferred them as villains. And then I realized, I was like, oh, wait, they're doing the Mighty Mutanimals. They didn't need Bebop and Rocksteady. They could have used any of these characters in the comics and just had two different mutants instead of Bebop and Rocksteady. That would have been fine.
Like Mondo Gecko was fine with me.
Yeah.
I didn't even care about the... there's some people that are upset because of the crocodile in...
Leatherhead?
Yeah, it's a female voice. People are like, oh, I shouldn't... I don't care. Like that character is so small. I don't care.
I'm always curious. Like those people, I'm not gonna mock you or whatever. But in my mind, I'm like, okay, which Leatherhead do you like? Because they're all different. Every single version of him is different. Is there a specific one that you liked? Is it the 1987 cartoon one you liked? Because if so, that's completely different than the comic one. So it's always amusing to me when people are like, oh, they ruined the OG Turtles. I'm like, the cartoon wasn't the OG Turtles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this is how the comic book readers felt when the cartoon came out because of how different it is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of hypocritical for you to claim that you're the OG fans when you're really not. And I'm not gatekeeping, but I just want people to take that into consideration.
Yeah, for me, I was just like, I don't care. Leatherhead's Leatherhead. Who cares?
Like she acted like Leatherhead.
Yeah, she had an Australian accent. Like, what else do you want? But what bothered me, like I said, was they all were hanging out and friends, and it's like, I don't mind a couple of them. Like Mondo Gecko and Michelangelo had awesome scene.
Yeah,
right. They're just gnarling out. I'm fine with that.
Just right? Like in the that was like ripped right from the cartoon. Like they became bros.
Yeah,
and then in the 2013 they became bros, and like, they're cool.
So I didn't mind a couple of them, but I just didn't like the whole group being on the same page. Maybe that's going to change, or they get influenced by a significant someone, or something happens and they decide to go on their side. We don't know. Yeah. Maybe the show that Paramount's putting together is going to do that for them, and then the movie will kind of double down on it. So you're like, whatever, right?
Like the animals. There's so many, like they've changed in every series. Like there's so many mutanimals, but they just slid Bebop and Rocksteady in. I'm like, you kind of wasted them in my opinion, but okay. And then if they backslide now, I'm going to be confused as to why.
So going back to the animation itself, I didn't mind the animation once it started going, right? But there were moments where I'm like, this is lazy, especially when there was explosions and it's just swirly marks around. And I was like, that's a little lazy. You kind of made it a little bit better than swirly marks. It's like 5-year-olds just decide to help you out at that moment, right? Like, come on, you could have done a little bit better. So I took some marks off because of that too. I felt because it's a movie and there's a lot of money behind it, they should have done a little bit better with the animation. But overall, it surprised me how well it worked.
It did. It did the Spider-Verse pull. When I saw the Spider-Verse trailer the first time, like the very first one where Miles pulls off his mask, I'm like, okay, this is weird. And then I saw the movie and I loved it. Same thing for this. I was like, oh, this is all jagged and crooked like Rugrats and Hey Arnold. And then I saw, I'm like, oh, okay, I was wrong.
Worked. It worked largely. You know, for the most part, it worked. I didn't have a huge problem with it.
And like their design sheets, it's like they're lumpy, asymmetrical, and imperfect. I'm like, yep, they were. There's not a symmetrical thing in that movie at all.
I like the fact all turtles are different sizes.
Yeah.
Because in reality, are every turtle the same size? If you know, there's a lot of turtles of different sizes and shapes and colors.
Brothers don't have to look the same.
Yeah, exactly. And I like the fact that their characteristics really stand out.
Yeah. They were still at the core, their individual characters. Yeah. Like Donatello's still like the brainy one. But I used to hate him so much. I was like,
I still don't know why you like him. I don't know why.
I like this one.
I like all of them.
I like this one. He was funny. He was fun to watch. Mm-hmm. He moves smoothly. There's a montage where they just go in and start busting criminals. And there's a casino scene, and how he swings that bow staff around, boy, that was like butter. Like, man.
I love the part when they go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
That was great. I love the also part where Leo is just a good old Boy Scout. He cannot lie to his dad.
Yeah.
And the other three are like, way to go there. You know, like, thanks. And then they reference Batman in there, which was so cool.
They reference a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Which is awesome because, you know, down the road, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know, right?
I did get asked, like a lot of people are like, oh, they all seem like just like crazy Michelangelos. I'm like, no. They're all different. They all have individual personalities. Mm-hmm. Like they stand apart from each other. I even liked Raph. I love Raph in this.
Mm-hmm.
You know how I feel about him.
Yeah, you love him just like me.
Yeah. Right.
I like the fact that they didn't overdo it with all these, like Michael Bay with all the seashells and all this nonsense all over them.
Yeah.
Like they didn't do it. Just kept them simple as possible with their weapons. They didn't change anything. I would have liked to see Mikey do more with the nunchucks. Like, you know, in the movie we're like, a fellow chucker, eh?
Like that was the best part as a kid.
Yeah.
What they did do, and I really appreciate it, in this movie, they showed off how fast he was. Like their first fight, they realized they've never actually fought anyone before. I'm like, oh crap. He's like, I just realized the only weapon I have is a big stick. And then Michelangelo was dodging attacks and he realized, oh, I'm faster than these guys. Yeah. And he started like backflipping and like making sound effects while he's fighting.
Yeah.
So they showed him off in other ways, but he used to be my favorite because of the nunchucks. So like you said, I wish they showed that off more.
And maybe he grows into it. The good thing about it is it looks like they're about 12 or 13 years old, right? Just entering high school. And maybe the next movie, they're 14, 15-year-olds where they're sort of in the middle there and they're maybe getting a little bit stronger and more agile because they're developing more as, you know, as an adult turtle.
I think it did say, I can't remember if it said 13 years later or 15. It did flash on the screen. I have to check it out. Okay.
Yeah, but they're the young teenagers right now. So which is great because by the time the third movie comes out, and I'm pretty sure it's going to come out because this is doing so well. There's a lot of buzz around it. I think if the third movie comes out, they're probably going to be around 17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
Because that would make sense, right? Like the second one is the middle of high school. The third one is the final of the leaving high school. They're on the cusp of not being teenagers, but being young adults. And if they do it right, it's going to work really well. And that's a nice history here.
Watching them grow would be cool.
Yes.
My problem, I shouldn't say problem. This isn't a problem. What I noticed about the old one is that, as I was talking to Sheldon earlier, I was like, the Jim Henson suits are beautiful. They're my favorite look, period. Like, I'll never get tired of them. But you could have told me they were 35 years old, and I wouldn't have questioned that. Like they just seem like people who happen to like pizza and skateboarding. They didn't really portray the being teenagers in any sense of the word, and I'm okay with that because they don't have social skills. They don't know how they're supposed to act. They don't know any better. But like I said, they could have been 16. They could have been 30. They could have been 25. Like I don't know.
This is the first Turtles movie in theaters that I did not see with my best friend.
Oh, that must be weird to you.
It was very weird. It was very weird because I seen even the Michael Bay one.
Yeah,
I saw with my best friend. We actually got an early screening.
Does he not? Does he live here or no?
He still does, and it's just our times in life.
Yeah,
I didn't even. I'm because I'm a family guy and I've got kids, and it's just he's got kids as well.
I was gonna be like, oh, did he hate it that much? He didn't even.
No. He, I don't think he's seen it yet. He said he's been busy, but I think I would like to see the next one. I'll definitely try to hook up with him, see the next movie when it does come out. But yeah, I have a lot of fond memories growing up with my three friends.
I'm curious to see. I don't know this guy. I'm curious to see what he thinks though.
And he's a big Mikey guy. He's a big Mikey.
Yeah. Guy. If when he sees it, remember get his opinion.
I will definitely. Yeah. I'll definitely get his opinion on it. Yeah. Overall, I think this is a great. Look at him. He's so good.
When I first saw
I need a NECA figure of this.
Every single character. I'm like, I don't know about this. Oh, never mind. Like every single one. Every single doubt I had, I was like, never mind. Again, they've changed over the years. They all look different.
Yeah. The one that I'm used to is the one on the far left, second one from the far left.
The cartoon one, right?
Yeah, that's my go-to Splinter, but I love this Splinter. He was so good.
People what?
People didn't like the way he learned martial arts.
Okay, that's what I was going to talk about. I was going to ask, do you prefer he was a human first who got turned into a rat? That's what I liked, like the cartoon.
Yeah, I would have preferred that too.
It would have been the bridge of the human world and the turtles, but he has to hide because clearly he's a mutant. And it would make sense why they know stuff. It's because Splinter would tell them, like, oh, this is dangerous. Don't do that.
Yeah.
This is blah, blah, blah. Don't do that. I don't really buy the fact that they lived in the sewers, but they are fully functioning as, like, they could pass as humans if they didn't look like turtles. They know things that they shouldn't.
Like, how did they get groceries? Did they steal the food, or where did they get the money from? They don't have a job.
Like, they always steal it. I'm okay with that, but
so they're thieves, huh?
Yeah, but even in the 90s movie where the rats like practicing martial arts in the cage, that's so stupid. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. But it's cool. But when he's a human, it's like he knows martial arts because he was human. He was a master. He got turned into a rat. That's my headcanon. That's
how they learned martial arts.
Yeah,
because he was a martial artist.
But him being a pet is weird.
Is it the Michael Bay one was what, a book? He learned it off a book.
Yeah,
right?
So I appreciate this one where he actually watched a video. Because there's no part of me that buys him reading a book and becoming a master. Sorry, that's not how it works, man.
Quadruple black belt from the book from Amazon. Yeah, no, this was a little bit better. But yeah, I'm on with you with that. I would have definitely would have preferred him to be a human than turn into a rat.
Yeah, I think they realized how stupid that origin was though, because the video thing, they like made a joke about it. It's like, and then I found this video that it's like I had to turn myself into a killing machine of martial arts, and then it's a VSH tape.
But I do love Jackie as Splinter. It's so, even the voice, it's just so good. I don't know what it is. It's just so lovable. I'm like, oh man.
I'm like, why would he have an accent? That doesn't make sense. Never mind. This is perfect.
I'm gonna shut right up and absorb all this. I was just drinking it in. I'm like all day long. Please, you got to watch it twice. Lucky you. I didn't even get to watch it twice.
Hell, I'll see it a third time. To be honest, I don't even care. I will continuously see this movie.
Oh man, yeah.
They tailored the fighting to his like Rumble in the Bronx, all his Jackie Chan movies. How he
really? I didn't know that.
How he fumbles around when he fights. The fight scene with Splinter reminded me exactly like that. Just like how he's running and evading, but also drunken master style fighting. It's like, oh, my back, gotta adjust that mid fight. Now the one that had the biggest
Okay,
controversy.
this
was
is
April.
huge controversy.
Yeah. She didn't bother me, but as soon as she spoke and her mannerisms and her being an outcast, I'm like, yeah, I could definitely see you being an outcast. So this all works for me now.
So I have an issue with April, and it's not what you think it is.
Oh shit. Okay, go on.
My issue with April is I didn't like how easily she just walks into Channel 6 and becomes a reporter there. I just like, this is kind of wait, who's gonna do this?
I thought that was a joke. I thought that was another gag.
But it wasn't though. She started reporting there.
I know, that's what then she like throws the mic down. Like that's why I was like, okay, you guys wrote that off as a joke, so I will accept that. But no adult reporter would be like, I'm gonna let you take this from me. This is the story of the century. I'm gonna let this 15-year-old do it.
Yeah. I was like, this is a little too much. I would have loved it if somehow she got YouTube feed up on there and she did her own thing. I would have been okay with that. Like she somehow found a way to do it, get it up on the big Tron, or have people's phones all airdrop. Like Apple, you can do airdrops all around you. A video live feed of her take on this whole situation. They could have got creative with that.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying. Right?
No, I get it. I understand. Yeah. I'm not naive. I thought they were gonna. I treated it the same way Master Splinter learned martial arts. Like it's so ridiculous that they just threw it in there. The same way she became a reporter is just so ridiculous. She strolled into the building and just started reporting, and it circled back to her issues that she dealt with in high school. So like, okay, fine. And then they still made a joke about it. Overall, her aesthetic doesn't bother me. Yeah. In fact, again, she's another character that looks different.
I didn't realize that many different. Holy smokes, that's a lot of different. I think
this isn't even all of them.
Oh my god, that's a lot.
The thing with April is like, yeah, she's a product of whatever decade or year she takes place in. The 80s one looked like whatever that is.
I always associate April with the yellow outfit though, because I'm used to that.
Yeah,
right. That's the one I grew up with, and it's cemented in my brain. So the fact that she has yellow jacket on there, I'm like, hey, she's got yellow. She's different, way different than what I have my April in my mind. But I'm like, hey, it works here for this story. So, and like I said, I didn't like the part where she just sort of, walked into a channel newsroom and just did a thing. But aside from that, I don't care. Oh yeah,
I had a picture of her, and I forgot her other name. The second one.
But these are all animations, right?
Yeah.
So
I would count those two too.
Well, the one from the movies too. The two of them from the movies, right?
Yeah.
I even have the autograph right here from NECA in front of me.
I didn't get that one. I was too slow.
Yeah, right here. So, but even this one, it has
the yellow jacket, right?
The Channel 6 right here.
Yeah.
Has that one. And then it has the real presser.
It's funny because she is wearing the jacket. It's just the scenes are so dirty and grungy, you can't tell it's yellow. It always looks a different color.
There are some nasty messages about her appearance.
Yeah.
And I don't have time for it. So
I just this is one of the so every so often, if there's a movie that I really enjoy, I stay off the internet. I don't go to any comment sections. I don't read reviews. This is one of those movies. For me, this April, her personality was funny. It was a good contrast to the turtles' rambunctiousness, and she's the bridge between the human world and them. Like, she was cool.
I would have preferred her to be at least a couple of years older, like 16 or 17.
That was my gripe with ever since 2013. Like, you can see here, like, she starts to become younger in each series.
I don't because I look at April as a mature person in their life besides Splinter.
She's like the good cop. She like reins them in when they're
she's
being weird.
outside of the sewer parent, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I wanted that.
She's the reason they survive.
Yeah.
She needs to be the adult who's like, okay, guys, I'm gonna get you food, or okay, I have a house up in the mountains.
Can stay in my apartment.
Yeah.
Right. But you guys better behave because I don't want to clean up after you guys all the time. Right.
No cowbunga, dude.
No.
Actually,
Casey's
there's
I thought there was a cameo by somebody in there. There was a character in there that I really thought is Casey Jones, but they didn't say it though.
Okay. He could have been. There's so much
You
going
know
on.
what I'm talking about? I'm not going to
No.
mention it. So now you're going to watch it the third time and then you'll know. We can watch it. I'll do the DiCaprio thing. I'll point it out to you. There it is. But there is a character in there. I really thought that could be Casey Jones in the next movie. But they never, ever came out once to say it.
That's
But-
okay. That's even better when
Yeah.
they do things like that.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm good. I can't wait, man. It's gonna be-
Another thing, I wish the Shredder was tied to them more closely.
Mhm.
I won't spoil the ending, but as far as I'm like, this isn't a spoiler. Their origins isn't tied with him at all, like whatsoever.
Mhm.
As far as I can tell, he's just going to be some guy who shows up. The ending was very bold. I don't think you want to spoil that. but
No,
I'm like, wow,
let's not do that. Yeah,
I was
let's
like,
not
wow,
do
you guys did that. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's what I needed. Like, the world is a very stressful place for some people right now. And then I saw it. I'm like, huh.
I
This
did like
feels good. This feels good.
I did like the beginning of the movie where how the ooze kind of worked its way down.
Yeah.
What happened? You know, you almost feel for the scientist. Do you want to mention it? Should we mention it?
Yeah, Baxter Stockman. So
Okay,
a lot of
fine.
people are used to him being a
Yeah.
human fly.
Yeah.
And then in the 90s cartoon. So in this movie, he's the one who created the mutagen and the ooze and the mutants. We never really see much of him after the opening scene, but it was
Very
a tragic
interesting.
story. Yeah.
Very interesting.
He could still be around. Like, they don't explicitly
There
say
is
what
a
happened
fly
to
in
him.
the room, though.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you never know.
Another gripe is all of the mutants here are just animals. There aren't any human
Not yet.
turned into. Yeah, that could happen.
Oh yeah.
But
I mean,
people-
this is
people
Mutant
are
Mayhem.
curious.
That could be something else Mayhem, right?
Yeah. So,
So
Cowbunga Dude, I don't know if you were here from the start. This movie was about the mutanimals. They didn't outright say it, but it's clearly the group of mutant animals
yeah.
that coexist with the turtles. Overall, I love this movie. Like, I would give it a 9, to be honest. I don't even care.
Ooh,
I don't even care.
Spicy. I could see it. I could see it. Like I said, I gave you my reasons why I dropped the points a couple of times, and based on my calculations, it was a 7.5 for me because of those several things. But still, it's a lot better than I thought going in. Like, this was a 5 for me going in with what I saw.
Yeah, it's so funny how my mind was changed.
Yeah.
I was humbled.
Yeah.
And I'm happy saying that.
I highly recommend it. I highly recommend seeing this movie. Maybe when I see it the second time, it might go up a point, right? But
What are you seeing it?
I'm seeing it as an 8 almost right now, right? Like, it's so good. Like, it's a good movie, but yeah, those little things. If they had
That's
it right,
okay.
yeah, I know. I'm gonna.
No, I mean, it's okay that you feel that way. The fact
Yeah.
you can express that and say why instead of, well, why don't you like this? Well, because someone told me that this happens. Like, so you didn't see it, you just were told this.
Yeah. But I'm excited, man. I'm so excited for my kids to be excited. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they're like, my youngest are like, yo, Splinter was awesome, and then he's like, so was Mondo Gecko. I'm like, you know their names? Like, I was like, what?
It's cool because it's so similar that they can say these things and it applies to us still. But the version I watched was a little different. This is what the differences were. Like, it's cool to have those conversations.
Well, I was telling my son, because my son's like, do you have these figures? I'm like, do I?
Where have you
Yes.
been?
Well, hello.
Like,
Come on, you play video games on my computer. Why don't you turn around and look behind you?
it's like, well, because Fortnite's over there and your figures are that way, so I don't need to look behind me.
It's like, are you crazy? Like, do you have Mondo Gecko? Do I? What's wrong with you? Do you know how hard I had to fight to get that figure? There's a history there, but yeah, no. Yeah, overall, this is a really good movie.
It's fun. It's fun, and I needed it.
Yeah. All right.
Cowabunga Dude, I'm excited for you. When you see it, let us know what you
Yeah,
think.
please let us know what you think. I want to hear from everybody's opinions. Let us know on the social media handles if you saw this movie. I did a review on it, spoiler-free review. If you want to check that out, let me know if I'm on point on that. What you guys thought. Give your scores as well. We had a lot of fun doing today's show. Thank you, everybody that joined us. We had a lot of laughs. We love engagement. It's awesome. If you're watching on replay, come try to join us live if you can. If you're listening to us, appreciate every one of you guys, and come subscribe and hit the like button. That's all we can ask. We just have fun doing this. Is there anything else we want to add, D, before we sign off today?
I think we're good.
All right. You better hold the anchovies there, buddy, on the pizza.
I mean, no anchovies. You put anchovies on that thing.
It's game over for you.
Throw the phone book at him.
6 a.m, I'm going to hit that door.
It's like, oh, gotta go. The clock's ticking, dude. I could quote that movie all day long. Don't even get me started.
Oh, man. We're going to hit our famous quote here. So wherever you're around the world or the universe, have yourself a good morning, a good day, and a good night. Cowabunga,
Bye.
dude.